Good morning and thanks for joining us here on Your Morning on Spectrum News. I'm Brad Vivacqua. City of Syracuse officials hoping to bring 50 new homes to the area. We'll take a look at the application sent to the Affordable Housing Corporation. Plus, a sigh of relief in Broome County as 2 people are cleared of the coronavirus. What health experts are saying is more prevalent so far this year. Basketball legend Kobe Bryant dead at 41 following a helicopter crash in California. Authorities say the crash happened on a hillside in Calabasas yesterday morning, which is about 30 miles west of Los Angeles. Authorities continue to investigate an officer-involved shooting in Syracuse. We'll update you on what we know. Is New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio planning on running for president? Takeaways from his appearance on NBC's Meet the Press. And students at Onondaga Community College are getting a unique opportunity to learn the restaurant industry. Our Brittany Moncrief is standing by with all the details. As Your Morning on Spectrum News starts right now. The 37th annual parade will kick off tomorrow at noon at Clinton Square and travel along South Salina Street. Our Brianna Smith is there as organizers finish up their preparations. And Bree, what can people expect to see at this year's parade? All right, thanks, Gabby. Some good information there. Absolutely. We all need to take it a little easier on the roads for sure. Hi everybody, I'm Brad Vivacqua outside the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. And although Christians won't be able to physically go into church in a couple of days to celebrate Easter Sunday, that doesn't mean that they should be inactive, that according to diocese officials. And in talking to Chief Mons, he says, you know, the city really is blessed to have firefighters that are willing to work so hard. After all, many of them were at that fire on Midland. They didn't even really get a chance to recover and then made their way here to Eastwood to put this one out. Games going to get started right around 12:15 with Louisville, Minnesota, and then games continuing through the afternoon. I'm just getting a little bit of practice here at the Press Room Pub. We're here in the village of Liverpool where they're getting ready for the big turkey trot. You can see I've got Miles the Pilgrim, I've got Trotter the Turkey, and they're going to be here on Thursday for the big Liverpool turkey trot. We've got Scott here to talk more about it. Scott, it's sold out, but really it's going to be a special day here on Thursday. Well, we know during Lent, everybody likes a good fish fry, right? And that's why we're here at the Fish Cove in North Syracuse with our friend Joe Fideli. He is getting some haddock ready because today, being Ash Wednesday, not only will it be busy today, but also every Friday pretty much during the stretch of Lent.
And Brad, this fire started at 10 o'clock last night, right?
Yeah, that's right. Not your average fire, Iris. They've already started the demolition process, and from late last night into the morning, you had about 24 fire agencies from Oneida and Lewis counties that worked to put out a fire that simply just did not want to go out.
Time for the village. This is going to hurt. It's going to hurt big.
More than 120 firefighters from Oneida and Lewis counties were called to the 100 block of Main Street in Boonville just before 10 Tuesday night to put out a devastating fire.
There's about 15 occupants that have been displaced. They're with the Red Cross being taken care of at this time. At this time, the fire is under investigation.
In addition to the 15 people displaced by this fire, 6 businesses were also affected. Some included a popular diner, salon, and a gift shop.
So these buildings date back to the early 1900s, some of them even later than that. The occupancies have changed so many times, and there's multiple walls and additions and void spaces. There's a couple of cock lofts involved in it. Allowed the fire to travel from building to building. Firefighters worked more than 10 hours to put the fire out. During that time, businesses like the pub opened their doors to help firefighters get through the night.
We've been here since 10:30 p.m. and we've been giving food to the firefighters and drinks and coffee and water, and we've been here ever since.
Boonville has seen tough fires before. Well, the community has always been resilient to fight back, and this time should be no different.
As we all know, Boonville's a small community, a very tight-knit community, and we always come together in times like this. It's a huge loss for Boonville.
A huge loss with better days ahead. Yeah, and you heard in that piece that the pub stepped up and opened up their doors. I just spoke with one member of the Red Cross who said that the donations continue to pour in from local businesses donating pizza, donuts, coffee that continue to be in the pub, for firefighters that are still here on scene, and for the crews that continue the cleanup process. As we mentioned, the demolition process here. Also, the Whitesboro ladder truck behind me, they continue to pour on water to make sure that this fire doesn't rekindle. So people will be here all day. A portion of Main Street closed here in Boonville, so try to avoid the area. But again, a lot of people involved with making sure that this fire wasn't any worse than it was. And again, the main thing is no injuries involved with it. 15 people displaced. Back to you, Iris.
All right, Brad Vivacqua in Boonville. Also
On the inside of the airport, business as usual. But on the outside,
16, go ahead. 16, did you need access back onto the runway for turnarounds?
a scene comparable to a perfectly choreographed battlefield.
All right, let's roll.
Wednesday was far from a normal day at Hancock International Airport. At any point, as many as a dozen plows and/or sweepers could be seen moving in sync to keep the runway clean. And when a plane comes in,
we come out to the taxiways and we'll start sweeping and plowing the taxiways. Once we get clearance back out onto the runway, we go back out, and it's just a vicious cycle. It's nonstop.
John Murphy, or Murph as he's commonly known, calls the shots here.
Syracuse Ground Control, City 19.
And if flights are canceled or delayed, it's very rare it's due to the conditions in Syracuse.
You get a sense of pride because, you know, we do work hard and we do have the reputation for never closing. So, you know, that is, you know, a feather in the old cap, as they say.
Now, I spoke to a number of folks with flights departing from here in Syracuse, and most of them are impressed. By the way, most of these flights are on time.
We're very thankful for that because most of us have to get back to work tomorrow or even today, and so our other flights were canceled, and so we're really happy that Syracuse is able to get us out today.
And that gratitude is what keeps Hancock's airfield maintenance crew working hard.
They're the best, hands down.
And one of the best in the country when it comes to getting flights in and out. In Syracuse, Brad Vivacqua, Spectrum News.